In 3, 2, 1, live. Cool. All right. Says we're good. Now I just got to get my playback up. Hey, and a notification. What a rare treat. All right. Cool. Getting everything open. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you're having a good night. Ready to do some football stuff. There we go. What's up, Chris? You got a trade proposal? Yeah, I seen you saying that. What's your proposal? What's up, Sean? All right, cool. You think okay? I mean, we could probably get to there when we get to it. I mean, it's not unlikely you guys could trade into the first round, but is it one of them things where it's really worth trading the 33rd pick for the 28? We can try it. See what happens. I do think, though, as we've gotten through free agency a little bit, it kind of, has opened up a little bit. We kind of understand what teams may be doing, what the direction they may be going in the first round here. Things are sort of, I guess you could say, clearing up here in the NFL as we get closer to the draft. What's up, Jacob? We're 2 weeks out of free agency now. It's been a couple weeks now. Things are moving along. For the most part, all the big splash signings are done. Maybe some trades will happen. Yeah, I seen Hyde might go back. Poyer's not. He's with Miami now, so. I'm guessing the Steelers may go offensive line, right? Just kind of like looking at what they need for their offense. It doesn't seem like everything's really good up front. The run game could use it. The quarterbacks could use a line. They have decent receivers, so. I would imagine they're going to be one of a few teams in on the services of Jonah Powers Johnson. Spears is back. Crap, I doubt he'll accept my trade proposal. Oh, maybe. Not much has changed for the Ravens, in my opinion. I will be drafting them in offensive tackle. Fair enough. For my team, I think it's becoming clear and more obvious that we're probably going QB. For the Lions, it's probably corner. For the Bears, we obviously know the number one pick is pretty well locked up and done, and we can just kind of ship that one, lock it, and put it away. So really, we start with the Commanders. And then we have to consider Minnesota having 2 first-round picks in this year's draft. So, yeah, if you're a fan of another team and you want to do a trade, you probably should see if the other person would accept the trade. Give it a few minutes. Hopefully we can get going here soon. Hopefully a few people come by. What's up, Daniel? I doubt Minnesota is going to be using those picks to trade one at a time, Chris. Both of Minnesota's picks are going to one of the teams in the top 6. And that's like a guaranteed situation. Minnesota didn't acquire both of those picks just to acquire that second pick to not trade up into the first round. Pretty sure it sounds like they're probably trading with Arizona from the vibes I've been getting. By the way, if you haven't dropped a like yet, consider doing so. So, like I said, we'll get started in about 5 minutes. I like to give it about 10 minutes to see if people will come in. I don't think Spears is here. Hopefully we have a good lively discussion for the draft. I hope it isn't just everybody silent. Remember, this is a draft that everybody can have input on. If you think a player is going to go somewhere, speak up. Obviously, like the rule is, as always, you have final say if it's your favorite team. All the typical situations we do here on the mock drafts that we like to do live. Yeah, I mean, baseball's around the corner, but I mean, we still got NFL duties to take care of. I just wish more people who watch this channel felt the same way. If people aren't here and you want to try and execute a trade, we'll see if your offer works. But there is, there should be some stuff going on. What's up, Joe? Chiefs will be picking 32nd in this draft. I'm sure you have an idea who you guys want. I'm sure his name rhymes with Bavier Worthy. It's just like the most obvious pick ever for the Chiefs. They're like, fuck it, we'll just risk it. Xavier Worthy. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? He sucks. Oh, well. We didn't have a receiving core last year anyway. I just want people to, have fun and, contribute with this. And, if you feel like a player is going to go, make your case. Otherwise, I'm just going to steamroll this shit and you guys get my opinion. And that's kind of boring. But at the same point, it's also kind of fun to see how, like, I'm seeing the draft, how you guys are seeing it. Again, the Bears pick is pretty much done and sold. I think they're taking Caleb Williams from all angles. It seems like that's the pick. Their real pick is pick 9. What do they do with their second draft? Okay. Well, we'll see when we get to that pick then. Okay. What's up, Nolan? We'll get started in about 2 minutes on the actual draft. Like I said, I like to wait about 10 minutes to give people ample time to get in before we get jumping in. Hey, Laura, how you doing? Chris, you also have to consider a team that might actually want to trade. You know what I mean? Like that would actually who in the 20s would actually want to trade back? Would the Lions? Probably, maybe. You got to kind of think about stuff like that in these kind of situations. More like not who's ever a fan of a team that's here. You just ask for a trade. It's got to be like a likely thing to happen. Like I haven't heard of the Panthers trying to trade into the first round at all, if I'm being honest. But we can do it for this mock draft, so you can have fun and do a pick. You doing good? Hell yeah, man. I'm glad to hear. You guys do have your second pick, though, right? Like the 33rd pick of the draft. You didn't trade that shit away? Yeah, we could do something. I've already decided the Titans. Oh, you know what we could do? We could do the Titans because I'm so sick of the motherfucking Tennessee Titans right now. Let me tell you guys something. I hate Tennessee. All they've been doing is stealing players from the Patriots and the Lions for the past fucking year and a half, and I'm just about tired of it. They just keep taking everybody I want. D-Hop, Calvin Ridley, L'Jarius Sneed. All could have been on the Patriots or one of them on the Lions in Sneed. But no, Tennessee has to come in and offer $1 billion fucking dollars to everybody. And for some reason, they have all this money to keep doing this. Whatever, though. About 20 seconds, we'll start the draft. I just had to get my Tennessee hate out. So when they draft the worst player possible, don't question me. I'm a Titans fan, to be honest with you. So I'll do their pick. Don't worry. Yeah, I don't know why they offer $1 more than the Patriots, and the fucking people take it because it's a lot more money. All right. This is easy. Caleb Williams to the Bears. That's the most easy pick of this entire thing. Should I make this bigger? Yeah, I'll make it a little larger. It's sad that it's already zoomed in. That's how bad my eyes are. It's just like, huh. Okay, yeah, that's good. Maybe zoom out one. There we go. That's perfect. All right. So now we're at the Washington. So this is the interesting part of the draft, these first two picks, because we're not sure if Washington and Minnesota trade, right? Because Minnesota is trying to trade up to one of these first 6 picks, maybe even 7 picks. The Titans may do the trade anyway, to get their quarterback of the future. Do we think Washington's in a position to do that right here, right? They have a brand new regime, new ownership, new GM, kind of. Do they go with the quarterback surefire pick here, or do they trade back, maybe get some valuable assets at pick 11 and pick 23, and kind of maybe look into next year for their quarterback of the future? Who gives you Joe Alt? Joe Alt's going to be picked by very long before the Chiefs can get anywhere near him. I mean, if you want to, but I think the pick will go pretty quick. Minnesota has 11 and 23. So, or wait, where are they at? Yeah, 11 and 23. Yeah. So Minnesota does have 2 picks, the 11th and the 23rd pick. I don't know if those are decent picks in this draft. I don't know if Washington, yeah, if you want to, Chris, sure. I don't know if those are good enough to come up and get the 2nd pick in the draft. Now, the real question is, if they stay at 2, do they take May or do they take Daniels? I think they're more linked to Jaden Daniels. I haven't really heard much of them, any kind of real connection to Drake May. Yeah, what did he say about the response, Jaden Daniels? You know, it's funny. I hope there's someone watching that's about to just be like Marvin Harrison on the next pick. He wants Penix or Daniels. So we're leaning more on Jaden Daniels then. Okay. That's kind of where I'm leaning on this pick. More than likely, they're going to take Jaden Daniels if this pick isn't traded. I suspect more that the Cardinals do the trade with the Vikings, knowing they can get a top flight receiver at pick 11. And a very good wide receiver or a lineman at 23 or vice versa. Again, we're looking at one of the more stacked wide receiver classes. And yeah, the Cardinals probably want Marvin Harrison, but it's one of them things where it's like they could get one of the top guys at 11 and not really miss out on anybody. Because like you can still probably get like Brian Thomas Jr. at 11, and all of a sudden Kyler Murray has a dangerous weapon. So it's like, yeah. So there's a lot of like which team's going to actually do this trade. It'd be the Chargers too. But are we thinking Mr. Daniels here? What's up, that one guy? Nice to see you. Giants go and draft a tackle and make them play right, and then blame him for Jones. I think the Giants have hinted they're going quarterback, didn't they? Or Penix at 23. I would imagine Penix. Oh yeah, maybe we do that trade then. Who's Daniels? Are we all thinking? What are we thinking? Do we execute a trade with Minnesota and then take Penix at 11, or do we just kind of go with the Jaden Daniels route, which is the most likely one? Because that's so we have to eventually consider this trade. We don't have to do a trade, by the way. If we think Minnesota just holds their picks, the Minnesota Vikings trade with the Giants, that's a possibility, by the way. Giants ball the fuck out and get some extra picks. Build up for, hey, that one guy, did you hear the news? Deion Sanders says his son's going to pull an Eli Manning and choose where he wants to play, which means you guys might get Shedeur Sanders. Less than 0% chance you guys get him, which would be pretty crazy. But he doesn't want to play where it's cold, so you guys might have got fucked. But it doesn't really get super cold in New York. Like, it does, but, like, not, like, you know what I mean? It's like this weird thing, like, it gets cold in, like, January. Like, really bad, but, like, not that bad through November, December. Not New York, not like Jersey off the coast where they play. Kind of. It's like a water effect. It doesn't like freeze right away out there. It's not as bad as like fucking Lambeau or Buffalo. Buffalo's just or like Ohio where we're tucked away in the middle of nowhere. Dion probably does want him to play for the Cowboys, Raiders. No, probably not the Raiders. Falcons, like teams like that. He probably wants him to go play for the Falcons. Yeah, I was gonna say he probably wants him to go play for the Falcons. Let's be really honest. Are we gonna go Jaden Daniels here? We've been on this pick for a second. You think we should just lock it in and move on to the Patriots? Yeah, we'll just go Jaden. I mean, we don't have to do a trade. Like, we don't actually have to. All right. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, resume draft. Jaden Daniels. All right, now we're to the New England Patriots. Now, the Patriots are an intriguing option. They are the biggest smoke screening sons of bitches I've ever seen in an NFL pre-draft situation. They've said the following. I watched a press conference with Mayo today. This dude said the following things in one breath. You know, it's important to take a quarterback, but we're going to keep all our options open, so we could even take somebody else or trade the pick. I've never seen somebody master the Bill Belichick way of speaking to the media to say something and absolutely nothing at the same time. It's a beautiful way he's mastering this. I wouldn't be opposed to trying to execute the trade here. Now, obviously, if you want the quarterback, you just go Drake May. But if you're the Patriots, you do need a couple more assets than just a big quarterback. So do you consider sliding back, maybe taking Penix at 11 or a top, kind of, you don't really need a lineman anymore. Well, I don't know. This pick is interesting because I'm sure the Vikings really would like to get Drake May. I'm sure like that's like one of their top guys is like, but I've also heard they're enamored with JJ McCarthy and they don't got to go up to 3 to get JJ. So most likely the Patriots will have trouble trying to find a trade partner for this pick. So I'm thinking they probably stay. And as much as this sucks ass, I do think the Patriots wind up going with May. But I'm not going to just dominate this pick. What are you guys thinking? I think it's one of the most intriguing picks of the draft because there are so many different avenues where like it's not the wrong pick, right? They could take alt right here, and it's like, oh, okay, now they have their they have their offensive line set now. They can do a lot with an offensive line set. Oh, they took Marvin Harrison. That makes sense. Drake May. That makes sense. They're, everything that they do. Oh, they traded it for more. So it becomes one of them things where it's like, all right, usually there isn't like 5 actual things you could do with one pick where it's not the wrong thing to do. 4 things, sorry. Because again, if they fuck up and take like fucking Brock Bowers, I'd be pissed. But again, any of those avenues are the right option, right? If Drake May gets picked here before and goes to Washington, the Patriots will probably trade the pick. I think if Drake May's sitting there, I think it's one of them things where they're like, we're going to take Drake. And then they move from there. But again, if we had gone with Drake May over to Washington, then we would have, I would have been like, yeah, we're trading here. There's no way that they'd take Jaden Daniels. From what I've heard, that they're not really interested in him, but they're very interested in Drake May. So when you look at it, you're kind of like, well, what do you guys got? What are you guys thinking? Again, you don't have to. You can override it. With my own team, I don't like to have final say, which is kind of like differential to the way you guys get to go. But what's up, Dana? But yeah, I kind of like Drake May. If Mike's here, he can speak up and take the pick. Hilarious last time we were doing this, and we made all these great points to why Drake May should be a Patriot. And then Mike came in at the last second and was like, take Marvin Harrison. And it's like, oh, well, there goes that. I wouldn't go May. I don't think he'd perform good under New England. And that's not, hey, he's just not a scheme fit. The Patriots run what the Browns ran right now, right? They run a run-first West Coast offense now. We just got a whole new offense. Think of Drake May on the Browns. You think that would work? I think it would. You just got to like look to where Van Pelt was a coordinator before. More tape I watch of May, the worse my opinion of him. You guys aren't big Drake May fans. Are we thinking the Patriots maybe trade this pick? Because again, I'm leaning on us trading the pick. Like it's either May or trade, in my opinion. And I wouldn't be opposed to see Minnesota whistle their way up here and grab Drake May. They really want a quarterback. It's cool that Sam Hartman's at least a good-looking dude. He can be a model now. That's cool. Good for him. I don't know. What should we do here? I think Drake May is very similar to Josh Allen in that respect, though, Dana. He's got all the tools you like. He's got a great arm. You could see that it's there, like, but he just needs some training. If you go watch Josh Allen in college, it's very, very similar. Do you know, if you actually think about, you know who he plays very similar to? And it's once you hear what I'm saying, it'll all compute in your head. All right, so if you de-age Drake May by about 10 years, that'd put him at 10, 11 years old. That's his formative years playing football as a young child. It's 2020, 2014, 2015, 2016, those years. Who was one of the best teams in the NFC those years? Carolina Panthers, correct? They were. They went 15-1 one of those years. And Cam Newton was a megastar, right? He was, a lot of young quarterbacks started playing like him. And I would imagine for Drake May, a kid from Charlotte, North Carolina, of all places, he probably fucking idolized Cam Newton. And if you watch the way that Drake May plays football, he mirrors Cam Newton. It's like everything he does, it's like, oh shit, he plays exactly like Cam. It's even more evident than, say, Josh Allen, who also sort of mirrors Cam Newton's play. Drake May is almost the exact same QB with a slightly better arm, but Cam ran better. Because Drake May would have been like 12 or 13 years old, Chris. My point with why I brought that up, Drake May would have been watching that year. That's like that's who he probably is modeling his game after, who he watched and probably modeled his game after. So you could see a lot of those early Cam Newton flaws in Cam Newton in college that are kind of similar. He kind of throws off platform a little too often, but again, very big arm, very good arm, throws hard. I really like May as a quarterback. Again, I think it'll be a year before he's ready to go. But I think with a quarterback like Jacoby Brissett, the Patriots have Ben McAdoo. By the way, if the Patriots do take a quarterback, you have to consider that they're listening completely to Ben McAdoo on this. And Ben McAdoo, if you know his track record with like quarterbacks, drafting, and all of these other things, Ben McAdoo wanted the Giants to take Mahomes. He wanted them to take he wanted them to take Josh Allen. He wanted them to take fucking Lamar Jackson. So if you're wondering what kind of quarterback the Patriots may be looking at, Drake May fits that fold of Lamar Jacksons, the Josh Allens, the Patrick Mahomes, the more physical play styles, run it around, extend the play with your legs, throw it downfield. Again, you have to kind of look at like what the coaching is. Those guys are looking at like Drake May. Ben McAdoo probably goes, we can't please listen to me. Again, this is noted stuff. You can go look up 2017. McAdoo had Mahomes as top quarterback in 2018, but then they took Daniel Jones on him. Ben McAdoo literally could have made the Giants one of the greatest teams, but they didn't listen to him. They just completely ignored him and said, no, we're not going to do that. Dana, you also have to consider he played for North Carolina. That one guy, he literally was, and he got shit because he sat Eli, and he was right. And I hate to say this, but he was right because Eli sucked ass for the rest of the time he played in the NFL after that. McAdoo literally sat him and was like, dude, we're trying to save your legacy. And everybody was pissed, but they didn't know behind the scenes McAdoo was trying to make the Giants a Titan, but fucking John Mara is an idiot. Anyway. So when I watch May, I see stare downs on the right side. Stare downs are things you can work on. Not being able to read defense, that's fine. You can work on that. Yeah, he has trouble trusting his receivers. I do agree with that. But again, his team kind of sucked. Um, it's the same thing could be said with Daniels. He has a similar thing with playing kind of a hero ball, but he has way better talent around him. I would imagine if you gave Drake May some actual skill at the receiver position like he used to have, I think as a junior, didn't he throw for 4,500 yards and like some ungodly amount of touchdowns, like 35, 40? It's like, holy shit. He had a down year last year, I think, comparatively, but I think that mainly stems from the fact that like his team lost some talent. Look up Anderson St. Clair. What's that? May's only 4 years older. Which actress? Okay, I'm gonna make the pick. I'm gonna just go with Jaden Daniels here, or no, Marvin Harrison, or boy, I just had a couple fucking slips. All right, we're just gonna go with. All right, what do we do here? This is an interesting pick. Do the Cardinals trade back and take a receiver at 11, or do they take Marvin Harrison here? Which is I feel like the more obvious thing they do, right? They need a wide receiver. I would say that that's their most glaring need. Oh fuck, I can't pause it. This is one where, I mean, they could trade back, get a tight. They could. Kate Rooney Mara. Oh shit, that is interesting. Huh? Do we think Marv here? If he's available at 4, do they just take him? Because I think that would make some sense, right? Like it's literally their biggest thing. What's up, Nicholas? Yeah, you made it pretty much right on time, man. Okay, Dana, you're a Cardinals fan, so you have kind of final say on this pick when we get to it. I'm gonna pop this open so that way, it kind of pauses the draft. Yeah, I was gonna say the Rooneys are the Steelers, right? What's up, Nicholas? How you doing? Yeah, there's we so far you've only missed Jaden Daniels to the Commanders. Patriots stick at 3 and take May. I think there's a couple of us that are also like we're pretty sure this would be Marv if he's sitting there for them. Yeah, they could also trade the pick and get like Romo Dunze at 11. Like, and again, it's a big drop, but it's like Romo Dunze is a surefire one in the NFL. There's like 7 receivers in this draft that are surefire number ones. Only gonna be on for a few minutes. I got oh for sure. I hope you drop a like and everything, man. Hopefully you have fun at the birthday. Oh, he's a Dolphins fan. It's a hard choice. Like we can go to 6 and get Odunze and get a second and a third, or Vikings and get 3 first. Yeah, more. You can get a ton from Minnesota. From what I've seen, he's for me, Marvin Harrison. I think this is how it kind of breaks down. It goes like this in my head at least. It's like his comps are so he's like all right at his best he'll probably be as good as or better than Justin Jefferson. At worst, you get T. Higgins. It's just like that's like the most. It's like one of the most surefire receivers I've seen since like Calvin Johnson or Julio Jones. Probably since Calvin, because Calvin was like they're like yeah he's gonna be a Hall of Famer, and he lived up to it. And it's like yeah this is one of them things where it's like I don't really unless he just sucks. You know what I mean? Injury, of course, but kind of comes from good stock. You know what's weird? It's very rare to see like NFL kids like have like career ending. I don't know why I've seen that. Yeah, their number one needs receivers. So yeah, he's a different dude, and like again comes from good pedigree. And I think he wants to go there. I think that's like a known thing. I think he really wants to go play with Kyler Murray. I think it's like a whole thing. So you'll get him in a very good mood. Unlike like if the Patriots took him, that dude's gonna be pissed off from day one. He's gonna be like, God damn it. The hell these dickheads take me. My dad and me hate them. Yeah, he probably grew up hating the Patriots. So may make a lot more sense if it's up to you though, Dana. Yeah, exactly. We can yeah, might as well. Plus it just if you need a receiver, it's like he's the best one available. All right, now we're at the Chargers. This could be a trade. And I think we may do a trade here. I think they wind up taking back a little bit. Because again, they have some needs, especially at wide receiver now that they kind of trimmed out with everybody. And they do need maybe Brock Bowers. But again, I think 5 is far too high to take a player like Bowers. Yeah, you have to get kind of a silly ass deal from like Minnesota. Unless the Cardinals get a crazy trade offer. Yeah, exactly. You and Dana pretty much said the same thing. With this pick, I could see a trade. Because again, I could see a reality where Bowers slips out of the top 10. No, he's not drafting. He's going to probably trade back and try to get Bowers at 11, which I actually think is very likely to happen. Like, very, very likely. I think this is where we're going to try to execute the trade. So, how the fuck? Minnesota wants to trade with the Chargers. Yeah, exactly. The Chargers can do that. They'll offer up this, and that was the third round, like right here for the 5th. The trade has been accepted. Boom. All right, so now we have Minnesota on the board, and they're up at 5. So now we're looking at quarterbacks. They're probably going to go J.J. McCarthy from everything I've heard. They accepted that immediately, too. So that was an easy trade to get. Yeah, probably J.J., right? That's like, they're like low-key obsessed with this dude. It seems to be what makes the most sense for this pick. The fucking Vikings take Brock Bowers and they just completely fuck the Chargers over. They're like, what the fuck? Why would you do this to us? One thing I've been thinking about is does Bowers make it to 11 because of the financials? Do you hate the Vikings? I think the Vikings are probably going to go with or the Chargers are probably going to see if Bowers slips out. Yeah, Dana. Bowers make it to 11 because of the financials. Titans 5th year has no value before pick 11. Yeah, that's probably one thing. They probably want to get him at pick 11 where he's a little cheaper. All right, J.J. McCarthy. All right, we're at the New York Giants. I have no idea what these dudes are about to try to pull off. That one guy, you still here? We could go with... Well, you guys kind of just got fucked here. I was going to say, you guys might just go Malik Nabers and say, fuck it, let's go with Nabers. Yeah, Vikings get J.J. McCarthy. He fits their offense like a glove. He's got a great arm for Justin Jefferson. It works. It actually does work. He's got an arm, and they do have a receiver, so we'll see if it works. He's as good a talent as anyone else in this first round, except for Caleb. I'm good on J.J. McCarthy. Either Joe Alter, Malik Nabers here, maybe Romo Dunze. Yeah, it's one of those 3 guys, and I'm thinking for the Giants, they probably go Nabers. Because they don't have shit for wide receivers, except like Hyatt. But if you add Nabers and Hyatt together, that's a really good duo of receivers you're starting to build up. And even if you want to get a quarterback in the 2nd round, like a Spencer Rattler, like, he's got to have somebody to like step in and throw to. And Yeah, I'm thinking Nabbers, or I think we've all kind of said Nabbers. Nabbers is certainly going to be on the outside as an X in any kind of offense. Isn't Nabbers an X down at LSU? Brian Thomas plays the 2. Okay. I mean, he's still the second best receiver. Some people have him as the best receiver in the class. Yeah, but they also have Jalen Hyatt, so he won't have as, like, you know what I mean? Like, they do have a decent receiver too in New York, so it's not going to be as crazy as not going to like New England for Nabbers would kind of suck because there's a lot of pressure there. But with like the Giants, they actually have a decent like supporting cast. Okay, I think we'll go Nabbers here though. I think we'll go with Mr. Nabbers. It's a big need for the team. All right, Tennessee. Let's see. This team stealing pieces of shit can get cornerback Eric Smith from Florida A&M or Justin Blazak from Wisconsin Platt. I like Hale Matu Apakauka, Deshaun Stoudemire. Oh, no, they're not getting Joe Alt. Fuck these guys. They're getting a bad pick. Fuck the Tennessee Titans. They can't keep stealing my goddamn players and getting away with this. You guys thought I was being cute about this whole thing, didn't you? No, they're doing the wrong pick here. No, I know. I'm not going to do that. They keep this up, though. If there was a Titans fan here, they'd be getting a fucking mouthful from me. I got words. I got bones to pick with them people. You know, keep stealing my players, you garbage organization. Oh, man. Fuck them. They made Brady leave my team. They stole D-Hop from my team. They stole Ridley from my team. They stole Snead from my team. Because you know who the other team that was going to trade for Snead was? Guess who? The Patriots. Fucking cocksuckers, dude. And guess who swooped in on my motherfucking offer at the last second with the fucking stupid dickhead face that they usually have been? We'll offer 1 pick more. Ridley literally took $1 million more to go play with them over us, dude. D-Hop was like $2 million. Fucking bullshit, dude. These dudes, like, what did the Patriots offer? Oh, $22 million? How's 23 sound? We'll guarantee 14 over their 13. Free real estate, baby. And it's like, oh. I like Tennessee. It's a great state. I had a really good time in Tennessee. Yeah, we'll probably go Joe Alt here. They need offensive line. I don't have a problem with Tennessee fans. It's just their team's full of dick fucking suckers. Yeah, Joe Alt's the pick here. They desperately need to replace Taylor Lewan. Oh, really, really great state. Really, really great state. I don't like their football team and the way that they're behaving at all. It's disgusting. Oh shit! Congratulations, Chris. You got yourself a lady. All right, we're at the Carolina Falcons or Atlanta Falcons. Remember, now they have a quarterback. This could be linemen. They're pretty well set at the skill positions of running back, receivers. They've got tight ends. They've got pieces of a defense. This is way too early, but if they're going to pick defense, they're trading back, which we could do. Patriots are probably going to start Jacoby for the year. Yeah. For the beginning of the year anyway. I feel like if they're going to go defense, we trade the pick back. Because no, they're not going to trade out of the first round. They probably have their eyes. If they're going to go defense and not go offensive line, which I personally think they go offensive line here. Or they could go wide receiver. Oh no, Keith. This is the draft so far that we have. We have Caleb Williams, obviously number 1 to the Bears. Jaden Daniels went 2 to the Commanders. Patriots stayed put and took Drake May. We almost did a trade. Marvin Harrison went 4 to the Cardinals. We did a trade with the Chargers and the Vikings. Vikings traded away their 11, 23 and a third for the Chargers 5. Came up and got JJ McCarthy. Malik Nabers went to the Giants. Begrudgingly, we gave the Titans Joe Alt. Fucking stupid of us, but I would, but they need a future quarterback, Keith. Jacoby's not a long-term answer. I don't even know if he's durable to last the whole season. That's the problem. He's kind of injury prone in his late age. How about something crazy? Falcons trade pick the Bengals and they draft Romo Dunze. If the Bengals have already traded T. Higgins, I would say that's not crazy, but not right now because they haven't traded T. Higgins. Like if they do trade T, watch out for the Bengals to try to aggressively go get a receiver. We could also see Romo Dunze go here. Like they only have Drake London. Like it just like it feels like because they also have Kyle Pitts, they don't need a receiver. But Romo Dunze isn't a crazy pick right here. Do we think they go Odunze? Or trade back and get Turner after, like, I don't know, maybe the Jets move up or... See, an interesting move here because the Jets are going to be starting Aaron Rodgers and their offensive line is bad. And you know the Bears here are going to be taking Fashanu. Because, again, they got to protect Caleb. If you're the Jets, do you try to get the 8 from the Falcons to get yourself the offensive tackle you need for Aaron Rodgers and screw the fucking Bears over for Aaron Rodgers? It's kind of a cool thing. Because, again, then if you're the Falcons, you could just drop back to 10 and take Turner and it's not a reach. And it's not that expensive to move up 2 spots if you're the Jets. I don't know. Is that a move we want to do? You kind of got to think like if you're the Jets, do you really want to get leapfrog and lose an offensive tackle again? They lost it last year, and Aaron Rodgers lost his Achilles from it. Because again, you have to remember what happened to these guys last year when they stayed put. They got fucking leapfrogged and lost the tackle they needed. Because again, now if they lose out, because again, Fashanu would go to the Bears next. That's almost indisputable. Fuaga's not that bad, though. I keep forgetting. I don't know if Fuaga's bad enough to give up enough. Yeah, we can go Turner here. I think that's fine. It's like 1 pick early in value. And like the Jets settling on Fuaga isn't even really settling. It's just like, oh, so you get the 3rd best tackle who's potentially an all-pro / Pro Bowl tackle. You know what I mean? It's not like he's bad. The top 5 tackles of this draft class are fucking probably 7 of them. It's kind of like how there's like 12 very good wide receivers and like 6 of them are like future like all-pro caliber. And then it's like the tackles are like a similar amount where there's like 12 very good like offensive tackles in this draft. So it's probably not. They probably wouldn't do the trade. I resent that. We'll go with because you guys keep saying Turner. We'll go with Turner. All right, Chicago Bears. It's either Latu or they go tackle to protect Caleb, or do they go Jonah Powers Johnson here? They don't have a center. They need a center. He's the best lineman in the class. I know Joe Alt's the biggest one, but Powers Johnson is being compared to Jason Kelce. Yeah, they do have Tevin Jenkins, and I think they actually have decent tackles, to be honest with you. I think they need a center, like really bad. And since they have, the pick already, like they already have, like they're taking Caleb. It makes so much sense to go get a center right here. We could go Fashanu. I mean, it does make sense. That was my initial thought too. But I feel like center is a bigger need. Because again, they just took Tevin Jenkins at left tackle. And Jenkins is good. It's not like he's bad. I know taking a center at 9 is, maybe they trade back. For the Bears, yeah, they just got Keenan Allen. They don't need wide receivers. Not right now. Too early. Who would want to trade up? Would the Bengals want to move up aggressively for Brock Bowers? But no, see, if they go to 9, they're going to lose out to Jonah Powers Johnson. Someone's going to take Powers Johnson. The Raiders would make sense. We could do the Raiders coming up for Penix. You guys want to do that? Because again, I think the Bears take a center. So I think that's a good move, Dana. I actually do kind of like that move. So the Raiders offer a trade to the Bears. And again, the Bears are a trade kind of happy team. They offer this, the 112, and a second next year for the 9. Fuck. All right, I gotta be more creative. All right, so the Raiders call back and say, okay, you said no. All right, word, I heard you. How about we offer this, the 44 and a second for the 9. Fuck yeah, we got it. All right, we probably overpaid for the pick, but it is what it is. Now the Raiders, they take Penix, right? Like that's the easiest. They're taking Michael Penix with this pick, right? Bit of an overdraft, but the Raiders really, I think that's the pick. He fits that team right now like a glove. Is that his nickname, Captain Laser? Lions fans like maybe the Lions are a very likely trade back candidate. By the way, the Lions don't need anything other than the fucking corner. The Lions literally may trade out of the first round. I wouldn't be shocked if they either trade up or trade out. All right, we'll go Penix. I think we all like Michael Penix here. Hell yeah, that gives Michael Penix the top 10. That's what I like to see. The Jets take Fashanu then, right? I mean, fucking, like who else would the Jets be taking at this pick? They draft Romo Dunze because they're retarded. They're like Garrett Wilson and Romo Dunze with Aaron Rodgers. Nobody's gonna stop us. I almost hope they take Romo Dunze just because they're stupid, and they'd be like, "No, can you beat us now?" Meanwhile, Aaron's getting sacked 15 times a game. Yeah, no, they have to go fucking tackle here. It's kind of like malpractice otherwise, right? Their top need is wide receiver, which is hilarious. Yeah, that's what I mean too, Max. That's kind of where we're at, but like with the Raiders and I think the Broncos very interested in him. I think the way we because the Broncos also want him, so it's one or the other. I feel like if he has a solid pro day, he's gonna shoot up the boards. His pro day is literally pivotal to where he gets drafted. But yeah, Fashanu to the Jets, I don't think. Yeah, he does. He wants to. Yeah, he does. He doesn't want to play for the Raiders no more. All right, now we're to the Chargers. Do we pull the Brock Bowers move or the Romo Dunze move? The $1 million question. I'm guessing. What do we do here? The Chargers have walked into the greatest situation ever. Both the guys they want. Yeah, I'm guessing Romo Dunze would be. Romo Dunze. Yeah. Denver goes Bo Nix. I think so too, Chris. It's literally or Brock Bowers. Bowers is who I'm going with. He can be their Kelsey, but that's what I mean too. They really want a like tight end like that. Fuck. They just traded Keenan Allen. And didn't they release Mike Williams? Dude, yeah, they have to go. They have to go Romo Dunze. If Romo Dunze's sitting there, like they don't have any receivers. We have to remember they just cut both their wide receivers, so I think we have to go with Romo Dunze. Unfortunately for them, dude. In all of our mocks, yeah, wide receivers deeper. You know what's crazy? They could go Brian Thomas Jr. here at 23. I think. Do you think we should maybe go Brock Bowers here and then they take a gamble and get like A.D. Mitchell or Brock Bowers at 23? Or Brian Thomas Jr. Yeah, same here, but I think Pittsburgh may go lineman. Do we want to go Bowers here and then roll the dice on a good receiver being available? And Bowers fits more what Jim Harbaugh likes to do. Bowers is the fun pick. Yeah. Oh, Dunze's the correct pick. Do we go correct pick or fun pick? Correct pick? We'll go Rome. I think the right pick is they have to go Rome. They literally don't have wide receivers. I'm overthinking this. They don't have any wide receivers. They have to go Rome. They literally have who the fuck is Herbert throwing the ball to? They got a worse receiving core than the Patriots right now. So yeah, wide receiver is their top need. So, well, they're second to corner. The Denver Broncos. Yeah, it feels like they're gonna go Bo Nix. Yeah, I know, Sean. That's why I almost went Bowers too. Yeah, I don't know who goes here. What do they do? They could go Bowers. They don't have a tight end. Like they haven't had a tight end in Denver since like Peyton Manning played there. Bo Nix. I think we're all on the same page. Like they lost Michael Penix here, so they kind of have to go Nix, or else they have to pray to God Spencer Rattler's good in round 2. Yeah, that's same with me, Max. I almost feel like that's way too early. They don't have a quarterback, I don't think. Yeah, they don't. They're kind of at nobody. That's the problem, Max, is they don't have a quarterback. They're in like absolute hell right now. Yeah, Knicks is a terrible pick, but it's also a funny one because fuck the Broncos. I dislike that team. I mean, we're all in agreement on it. I don't know where Locke's at. My Lions fan, I think they take Brock Bowers personally. If he's sitting there for them, I think they take Brock Bowers. Like in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, they're gonna take Bowers. Or Chicago's going to at fucking 13, like a bunch of dicks. Yeah, what are we doing? I don't know. What do we do here? Do we just go Bo Nix and say fuck it? We all said Bo Nix. Everybody said Bo Nix. I mean, it's a bad pick, but like, you know, it's a funny one. How far down is Bo? Oh, he's 30. Ooh. Yeah, reaches will. And every projection has a run on QBs in early. Like Max, I know it sounds stupid, but like I think I've seen every analyst say there's going to be a run on quarterbacks. Yeah, I think the Bears take Powers Johnson here. I almost don't know if they can't. Stidham and Danucci. Yeah, they're going to have to take Bo Nix. Bo Nix isn't going to be bad, but boy, oh boy. Maybe, Nicholas, but I don't want to do more trades. Yeah. They probably would have traded with like New Orleans or some shit. I don't know. But we've done a lot of trades already. We can still do more, but boy, oh boy, we've done quite a few. All right, so we're at the Bears. Their moved back pick. Yeah, Powers Johnson. This is just so they're picking a center in the top 10 wouldn't look crazy. Yeah, Brock Bowers is the interesting move, but they do have Cole Kmet, who's really good actually. I like. I don't think they actually need to take a tight end. I think adding the best center in a very like the best center prospect since probably Jason Kelsey or Frank Ragnow is really hard to ignore. Especially when you're adding in a potentially generational QB that you can develop them together. I think that's like a big thing. Okay, you guys are saying Jared Verse. I mean, I would understand it. I'm not mad at it. We can go Jared Verse. Let me see something. Oh fuck. Edge is their second biggest need. Yeah, Verse and Sweat would be pretty nice. The Bears did lose Roquan Smith. You know what I mean? They could use it. We can do that. Plus, they have to deal with like all the offenses in the NFC North that have bulked up. So the Lions' offensive line. Yeah, why would we go Latu over Verse, who's ranked higher? Yeah, that's the only thing that was holding him back. Frank Ragnow and fucking Powers Johnson were monster size. That's the only reason I didn't put Linderbaum. Linderbaum and really and the Chiefs center Creed Humphrey. Those guys are all those are some of the best centers, young centers I've ever seen because they're like all were immediately great in the NFL, which is very hard to do as a center. So what do we think? We could do we want to go Latu or do we want to go Verse? Everyone said Verse already, so we'll give Max a win here. Do we want to go Latu? Verse? Everyone's like, nah, we should go Verse. Okay, everyone's doubling down. Sorry, Max. We're getting overran here. I actually like Latu too. We're just getting overran. All right, now we're to the New Orleans Saints. What the fuck? It like auto drafted Latu. Why did it do that? How did it do that? All right, I'm gonna have to restart the whole goddamn thing. It literally just like auto drafted Latu to the Saints. I don't know why the fuck it did that. All right, well we've had this happen before. If we think Latu would have gone to another team, that's where we'll make the Saints pick, right? We've had errors happen before with this shit. So Latu isn't necessarily a Saint. If we get to another team where we think Latu would have gone to, then we'll if like say like the Jaguars, right? They need an edge rusher, or like the Seahawks need one, and we would put Latu there. Then that's where we'll make the Saints pick, if that makes sense. So now we're to the Colts. I have no idea what the hell. I'm literally like a little bit like what the fuck was that? I can't believe it just glitched out like that. That's pretty crazy. No, I can undo it, which is crazy. I literally have to just restart the entire draft. And I don't want to like go through all the pain of like doing the trades up, getting up to here again. I mean, I could do it. It just take a little while. You know, I don't want to like redo all that. I could. Should I just redo it? I mean, it'll take me like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It's not like it's hard to remember what the draft has been. Yeah, I'll just read. We can just redo it. I pretty much have this memorized. All right, hold on. Let me just boom, boom, boom. All right, Caleb Williams to okay. Resume draft. Draft. Jaden Daniels to the Commanders. Patriots take Drake May. Harrison to the Cardinals. Trade. The Vikings trade the Chargers. 11, 23, and this pick for the 5. Can propose. Trade has been accepted. Minnesota takes J.J. McCarthy. The Giants take Malik Nabers. Let's see if I can get this. The Tennessee Titans take Joe Alt. The Falcons take Dallas Turner. No. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. The Bears, we do a trade. Raiders. Trade the Bears. This for this. Cool. They take our boy, we call the Laser, Michael Penix. The Jets take Fashanu. Chargers took Romo Dunze. Broncos took Bo Nix. Bears took Jared Verse. Okay, we're good. That was pretty good, wasn't it? All right. Now we're to the Saints. They need offensive tackle, probably. Fautanu makes a ton of sense here. You could say Powers Johnson makes a ton of sense here because, again, they need all kinds of offensive line help. Their line is literal dog shit. So do we think Powers Johnson? Do we think Troy Fautanu? They have they have tight ends. They don't need a tight end. That would be useless for them. Again, Brock Bowers is a great talent. Oh wait, we're on the Saints. Oop, wrong team. I'm on the wrong team. Wrong team. Hold on, wrong team. Wrong team. We could go Fuaga here. Saints don't really have any tight ends. They could go Brock Bowers. I mean, they have Taysom Hill, but like Fuaga is only there. Yeah, they gotta go line. Their line is real bad. How's Fuaga at? Why is Fuaga so low? Oh, never mind. There he is. Yeah, I was like, where the hell is he? All right, now we're at the Colts. Okay, now we're on the Colts. This is an interesting. They could go Brian Thomas Jr. here. They go corner here. Okay, we could do a trade. Yeah, never mind. I completely. Yeah, but I think Ramzik's out. That's the issue, Lions fan. Yeah, it's not if they still had Ramzik, this wouldn't be a pick. But I think, yeah, like Max said, Ramzik's I think out. Like he's probably done, which kind of puts him in a little bit of a bind. Colts here. They go corner. They could use it. I have to deal with CJ Stroud now. Plus, Juwan's kind of injury prone. Brock Bowers, I mean, I guess, because they do need wide receiver help. But they have that giant-ass tight end already, don't they? Dude, it's going to happen for the second fucking mock draft in a row. Their line isn't that bad. Actually, maybe they do need a lineman. Yeah, they got Mo Alley Cox, and they also have like Isaiah. They have like this giant man who's like fucking 8'10". They don't really need a ton of tight end help. Yeah, they really were in on Snead hard. Latu could make some sense, but I think they really need a corner. Can you name one of their corners? Again, their secondary. You have to remember, like they have to deal with like the Texans right now. I'm leaning on Arnold here. We can go Quinion Mitchell. That's fine. Kind of feels like a Colts move to draft a player like that. Anymore, but he's a slot corner. Yeah, they need another guy. Yeah, the Colts can go a different. You can make a ton of good arguments here, like, but I think corner is the most. Because again, they were in on the Snead trade, but they lost out, like Max said. So, and again, you kind of have to deal with an arms race happening with Tennessee and the Jaguars and Arnold. We can go Arnold. We can go best corner. We can go Mitchell too. Who do we think's the better one? Jalen Jones. Yeah. Yeah, you're not beating. Yeah. Arnold. Yeah, they'll probably go with Arnold just because the Bama legacy. All right, now we're to the Seahawks. They could be the team that takes Powers Johnson here. They need some linemen. That line is pretty bad, but they have decent pieces to an offense that could be pretty good protecting the quarterback. They could go with an edge rusher here. Quinion Mitchell. I feel like corners kind of down the list of things that they should draft in the first round. I know their second year guy had a bit of a step back, but like, I don't know. Yeah, dude, their line is like poo poo. Like they have good running backs, but they can't run the fucking ball. They have good receivers, but they can't throw them the football. Like the Seattle's just in a weird spot where they kind of need a line. Russell Wilson started failing because they couldn't block for him, so I think line's probably the right move. I don't think they've gotten any free agents for offensive line. They didn't do anything in free agency. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know about tackle though. They have good tackles. I kind of like young ones. I do think that they need a center. So in my head, I'm thinking at some point Jackson Powers is gonna get drafted here pretty quick. I think Max makes a pretty good point with Cross being a solid fucking tackle, and Lucas could be okay. Again, their top needs even say more offensive guard and center. So you guys cool with Jackson Powers here? It kind of stays with the offensive line theme, but kind of goes more in like what I see as more like their direct need. Zach Charbonnet. Move Charbonnet to guard. That solves the guard issue. Abe Lucas had knee surgery. Yeah, so I mean, he'll be fine. Lots of tackles have knee problems. I think this is the right move. We'll go with this move right here. I think this is the right move for this one. All right, the Jaguars are interesting. I have no idea what they need. They may go Brock Bowers. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah, he is a running back. I was just about to say, wait a minute. I don't think Charbonnet plays line. Jags get Mitchell. Yeah, that would make sense. They could use corner help. Their secondary was cooked last year. Yeah, Nicholas, I don't disagree actually on this one. Their secondary is pretty wiped. They have good edge rushers too, so a rookie corner that's with some talent would actually feast on that. So It's a pretty good argument. They have Evan Ingram who works in their offense. They did lose Ridley though, so could Brian Thomas be in play here? They cut. They cut Williams. Yeah, okay. So yeah, it's probably Mitchell then. That's got to be the play. Yeah, I'm cool with that. It would make some sense. Corner is their top need too, so yeah. Well, now we have to do the most obvious pick ever. Dude, this literally has happened every goddamn time we've done this year. Every time. This is back-to-back fucking mock drafts. We don't even mean for this to happen. Burrow, yeah, we're sending Bowers right over there, right? They just picked up Trent Brown. I mean, they lost DJ Reader, but again, we can't really the Bengals are in like this weird spot where I would 100% agree with that, Lions fan, if they trade T. Higgins. We have to see like what happens with T. Higgins before we see what happens with the Bengals. Because again, the Bengals could use some of the ammo they get in the T. Higgins trade to fly up the draft board to go grab like maybe Malik Nabers or Romo Dunze with a team that maybe is fine cutting back into the draft a little bit. Yeah, and like their tight ends suck. Like their tight end game is garbage. So you might as well add Brock Bowers at this point. Yeah, it's an easy. We're just gonna do it. All right, the Los Angeles Rams. They just lost Aaron Donald, so we have to take that into consideration. They may go Newton. They may go Chop Robinson. They may go Latu. They kind of, you got to remember they did just lost him here. Their line did just take the biggest hit probably you could imagine in the NFL. And you have to imagine they're like, well, what do we do here? Do we get more edge rushers to kind of bolster up our current tackles? Do we get a new tackle to replace him? Do we pray to God that he unretires if we draft somebody like Latu? Like, what do we do? Oh, no. Byron Murphy or Newton? Byron Murphy. I've seen a couple Murphys, so we can go Byron Murphy. Yeah, he's okay. Yeah, he's the one I was thinking of too. The guy from Texas. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll go Murphy here. I think that's the right. It's the most obvious need they have. Corner's also a big need. But with them losing the guy that they just lost, it's probably got to happen. Yeah. Got to replace your best player on your defense. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, sorry, Lions fan. But yeah, that's my guess. It would be Fatuanu. I'm just guessing offensive lineman. Yeah, Mims. It could be Fatanu. Pretty much whichever lineman you think is the best is probably going to Pittsburgh. You could say Latham. Yeah, literally any one of these linemen. These are all very good linemen. Byron Murphy, too, is a good option, actually. Hell yeah. Lions fan. But to know, my pick. Chris, I have a better option for you guys to trade back so the Lions fan can still make his team pick. My honest opinion is Buffalo or... Well, fuck the 49ers. We'll do the Niners. You can have the Niners pick. Is there any Niners fans here? Actually, hold on. Wait, the Cardinals got it. Hey, no. You know what we'll do? We'll get rid of this pick here. Boom, boom. We'll get rid of this second Cardinals pick because the Cardinals shouldn't have 2 first-round picks. That feels crazy. I didn't even literally know this. What the fuck? Yeah, the Cardinals would be your most likely team to actually trade back. Oh shit! I'm sorry, Dana. You're here. Never mind. Is there any Tampa fans here? Yeah, Lions fan. Do you not want to make any picks? Do you not care? I mean, like, we're not doing the second round, Lions fan. I hope you know that. You won't be able to make any picks on this. I don't know if you want to do that. We'll just do the Niners. We'll just do the 49ers. Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, it's a first round only kind of thing. We'll get you a different team, Chris. All right, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Are we just gonna go Fatanu? Yeah, fuck this. We'll just go Fatanu. All right, Miami Dolphins. No, you're good, Lions fan. I understand. If it was a second round thing, yeah, I would understand why you'd want to do that. But no, it's a one round affair. We'll get you a pick. Don't worry about it, Chris. We'll get you a pick. I do think somebody would, like, in all honesty, I do think the Cardinals may trade that second pick out, but we'll let Dana have the other pick. Mims, Barton, or Newton here for me. That would make some sense because, again, they did just lose most of their defense, so you could make a lot of arguments. You could say Latu. You could say offensive line because they lost the lineman. So again, yeah, you could make any kind of strong argument. They lost a lot in free agency, so they have a lot to replace. They lost Christian Wilkins, so in my head, that's probably your Newton is probably the guy you want to look around. Oh, I forgot Nicholas. Yeah, this is your pick. Who do you want? Yeah, I forgot Nicholas. This is your move. Your go. You guys, if you want to trade back and get a little bit more. I keep forgetting. Yeah, this is your pick, Nicholas. I apologize. You're gonna keep it? Okay. Nothing was more baller last year than when the Texans traded back into the first round for back into the top 10 for Will Anderson. You going Johnny Newton? All right. Okay, we can do that, J Camp. All right. So you want Newton? All right. Johnny Newton to replace Christian Wilkins was actually the pick I was probably leaning on too. These guys. Do they go corner here? Or would the Eagles be a team that might trade out of the first round? I think you're right, but I kind of have a feeling nobody will trade up that point because, yeah, I kind of agree with that, Lions fan, to some extent. But trades happen all the time in the 20s. What up, Kenny? You could take a guard. Yeah, you could take guards later out of the first round. You don't want to take a guard in the first round. Trust me. Holy shit, dude. You get so much shit for it. Eagles draft Wiggins. Yeah, I'm guessing corner here. They could also go Cooper DeJean. I only say Cooper because he's probably going to play more of a slot corner role than like an actual safety. Or he's probably going to go play safety, but I don't really know if safety's like a big deal. Eagles take Wiggins. Okay, so we're all kind of feeling on that kind of Wiggins. Doing good, Kenny. How you doing? All right, we can go with Wiggins here. They don't really have corners, so I think they actually need gonna need to replace Riddick. Yeah, they did lose Hassan Riddick on the line. Do we? But they're actually loaded with edge rushers, Dana. They have like I think they're gonna convert one of them at like linebackers from Georgia. I think Nolan Smith is playing No, I think he retired, right? I think Fletcher Cox retired too. But like, I think they're converting Nolan Smith or one of those Georgia boys into a pure edge rusher, um, instead of having him play linebacker. And I think that's going to be very evident this coming season. Yeah, Tigers got 20 wins in spring training. Hell yeah, Kenny. Very cool. What are we doing here? We just want to go. I think we all said Nate Wiggins, so I think we'll just stick with our original pick and just All right. So they got Romo Dunze with their first pick. Now we're at the Chargers' second pick via the Vikings. They could go Brian Thomas here. Yeah, they probably go tackle to get somebody beside the right tackle. Because they have Rashawn Slater, which is good, but I don't think they have a right tackle. So I could understand taking like a Mims here. You could also go Latham. No, we have an idea, dude. Chris, you'll get a pick. Don't worry, dude. Jesus. I already said we're taking the 49ers pick. Because they're one of the teams that are most likely to trade. I do think the Lions may actually trade out of the first round, but like I don't want to. The Lions fan, there's a Lions fan here. We're not stealing some fan's pick. Yeah, we can go Mims. I think we're all in like linemen. We can go Latham actually. Who's a bigger person? Let me see something. 6'5", 342. 6 foot. Oh yeah, we're going Mims. Mims is huge. Sorry, Mims wins out in size. Lions fan. When it's a crapshoot for who's going to be better, I look at the size of a tackle, and 6'7" is a giant tackle. Dallas Cowboys. I heard they're going to take Dak Prescott's attorney. No, people trade up all the time. Dude, people try to trade into back into the first round all the time with the 20s. It's a very common occurrence in Lions fans. Yeah, they got to replace a bunch of linemen, so I'm guessing Latham. That makes sense. They could also go Brian Thomas here. They're kind of like thin at receiver. What's their top need? Oh, tackle center. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're all in agreement here. Then they're probably going to go Latham. They lost Tyron Smith. I think they lost. They lost. Yeah, they've lost everybody, I believe. So, what player do you want? What player do you want? There's not much you could do. If he gets picked, he gets picked. Anyway, we're gonna go Latham here to the Cowboys. All right, now we're to the Packers. Kenny, what's up? Are you here? I don't even think Ven's watching this, so this is all you. Plus, Ven sort of forfeited the pick over, so you get your pickings. Cooper DeJean. Kenny's like, give me Cooper DeJean. I do think they go secondary work here. I don't think Kenny's going to want to do a trade here, Dana. Wrong person to call. Trust. I mean, there's not really a point. You're about to pick. Cooper. Yeah. I mean, it's Kenny's pick anyway, so. J Cam Cooper's probably going to play slot corner in the NFL, or like, I don't want to do more trades. Is he playing safety in the NFL? Wait, why is he I thought he's a corner. Did he convert already to fucking safety? That's my only immediate question. Did he already yeah, I know he's listed as a safety, but he's a corner actually. Listen to where they think they'll play. I know he's technically a corner though. He's going to be drafted as a corner, but he's probably going to play safety. No, he lined up most at corner. He's a literal corner. But they're projecting him to play safety in the NFL. I mean, Kenny gets the guy. I mean, he already called. Kenny, are you sticking with Cooper? I'm gonna end this real quick. I'm just yeah, okay. Kenny's not going to be moved off Cooper. By the way, I can't believe Latu's still available. That's crazy. All right, Cooper DeJean. Tampa Bay's up. They go Latu, right? They could use a corner here, so they could go Kool-Aid. They could go Latu. There's a couple directions they could go on this pick. Latu would be a steal at 26, so I'm guessing that they jump all over this. Sorry, J-Cam. There's plenty of available safeties out there. And you guys have like a million safeties on your team. I'm not going to lie. Oh, come on, Chris. Chris, in reality, Latu would never fall this far. Like, in reality, he's not going to drop to fucking 25, 26. Somehow in our mock draft, he's fallen quite far. So he's going to get drafted. That's a sad reality. All right, now we're to the Cardinals. Is that a phone call for the Carolina Cardinals? Is the Carolina Panthers calling the Cardinals for a trade? No, I'm just that'd be fucked up. Barton. Okay. Yeah, you guys could use it. I approve offensive line takes for your team. All right, what's up with the Bills? Best safety, you got Tyler Nubin. But you could also get like a Chop Robinson. Kool-Aid McKinstry. You could also get Brian fucking Thomas Jr., which would be a real problem for Buffalo. But J-Cam, the pick is yours. You could really get one of the best receivers in the draft in Brian Thomas Jr. He's from LSU. Yeah, that sucks. That literally that like if you guys actually do get Brian Thomas Jr., that would suck ass for the rest of us. Cause it's like, oh shit. They can get rid of Stephon Diggs now. It's just the way it falls. Yeah, I mean, it's sometimes that's just when you get down to these picks, it is what it is. Yeah, the Lions here have a free for all pick. They could just take whatever they want. They don't have any pressing major needs. Honestly, probably Chop Robinson. Like it's just like, all right, I guess we get a pick of the litter here. Let's sniff around. We could take Kool-Aid. We could take anybody. Yeah, the Lions have the most. You think you go Chop? Yeah, I mean it would make the most sense. If he's sitting there at 23, which at 29, which would be crazy. Yeah, I think they would J-Cam, but we're trying to, I don't want to jump anyone's draft pick or anything. Go Chop. Yeah, it's up to you, Lions fan, but I think the Lions do want to put somebody opposite Aiden Hutchinson. Hey, thank you, by the way, for the 15 likes, everybody. You guys are too kind. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for a fun draft. It's been a good time. I appreciate you guys contributing. And please, nobody be upset if we didn't make any of your picks. It's nothing personal. It's more along the lines of like,
It's just, I kind of read what I see as the best argument. You think Chop? Okay, we'll go Chop. And I never will fight you on your team pick. Any Ravens fans? Oh, fuck. Hold on a minute. Sean's coming running to the computer. Hold on. Baltimore Ravens. Calling Baltimore, offering 35 in a second. Dana, I want to trade back. I want a third pick. Go with the Packers, sign Isaiah Simmons. That'd be a good pickup. Yeah, I'm wondering if Sean's here, but I wouldn't be shocked if they went wide receiver. All right, let's not do that pick. Apparently, don't do that one. They'd probably go with Donnie Mitchell. I think they're done with speed demons in fucking Baltimore. Like, you know what? Let's stop doing this. Future corner in free agency, but with Cam Sutton news, that does things change. Yeah, I think so. I think so too. You guys can get corners or something later in the thing. Yeah, Dana, I do agree, but I don't. A third pick is crazy. But I do. It could happen. I think tackle would make a ton of sense. Is Tyler Guyton the best tackle available? Yeah, I think he's all right, Kenny. I think he's just hiding. The police don't believe anything bad's happened to him, so they think that he's just fucking hiding. They said they have reason to believe he's hiding out, so that's very good news to hear in a situation like that. I was like, oh, okay, cool. He's just fucking laying low. Might as well just get it over with. Do we just want to go Guyton? Do we want to go? Is there anybody better than Guyton? We could go offensive guard. Ooh, guard's a fall off. Holy shit. Yeah, Sean isn't here. I've given him plenty of time. Oh, what's this? Breaking news. Here come the Panthers. Da-na-na. Da-na-na. Panthers offer up this and this. There are no good interior offensive line left for this. Let's see if it happens. And next year's third. The Carolina Panthers have a first round draft pick. Da-na-na. Da-na-na. You could get a Donnie Mitchell. You could get Xavier. By the way, this is the right pick. Oh, think about it. I think the other Texas receiver is better, but you want Xavier? We can go Xavier. I won't fight you. Man, okay. Which means that fucking Mitchell's going to. I mean, you can have Mitchell or Xavier Worthy. Let's see what the instant accelerator with hyper elite explosive capacity. True. Photonic speed. Oh, Jesus Christ. High energy athlete. Stop and start. Manipulative route runner. Weaknesses. Frame is extremely light and lean. Could be hurt. Can be prone to occasional focus drops on routine throws with space to work. Doesn't have strength or physicality to fight for positioning. Routine defensive positions. Okay, so let's see what the weakness is for a Donnie Mitchell. Weaknesses. Doesn't play to his elite magnified 4-3-4. Occasionally misjudges the pace and trajectory of passes. Ooh. Can improve at weaponizing his agility so he can just get better. I don't know. I don't know who to take with. I don't know. Which one? I mean, I don't think you can go wrong, but in my humble opinion, I think Mitchell's a little bit better than Worthy. But I don't know. It's your call. Yeah, they also don't have an offensive line. But at wide receiver is your guys' biggest need, then edge, then tackle. So I would go wide receiver here. You guys' corners are pretty good. You have J.C. Horn still. I'd argue you probably need to go wide out here if you're the Panthers. If you're gonna trade up to make sure you get a receiver, then this is probably going to be a Donnie Mitchell. But again, this is your pick. Is that who you want for the Chiefs, Joe? Give you Worthy? Okay, Worthy. I think Worthy will be good. I think he'll be good. I don't think you can go wrong with that pick. All right. There you go. Bryce Young just got a fucking massive weapon. I mean, you could have got Mitchell and not gone wrong, but who do you want here? Do you want Mitchell or do you need Jesus Christ? They're about to get fucking Adonai Mitchell. Chiefs left tackler DT. Your call, Joe. They're your team. Cardinals calling. I'm sure if we were doing a second round, there'd be more intention to do a second pick, Dana. But they have two corners still. They're pretty good at corner stuff. They can sit on a corner who falls into the second round. They're good at doing that. I'll be honest, the Chiefs know how to draft corners. They don't seem to miss on those guys. So I don't think they'll take one in the first round. Unless somebody like unbelievable drops. I don't think McKinstry's that unbelievable. So Joe, you want do you want the Kingsley from BYU? You want Jordan Morgan? There's Christian Haynes. What DTs are left? Let me just go straight over to defense. Devondre Sweat's there. Rook or Hororo. Leonard Taylor III. Chris Jenkins. Michael Hall. These are all second and third round guys. So it's kind of sounding like Devondre Sweat is the best tackle available. For OTs, it's Sommer Morgan, Paul. A lot of these guys are around too. Kingsley? Okay. Boom. First round complete. Full results. All right. So it's a little bit different than the first one. I wonder if I can shrink it a little bit. I wonder if I saved that. I wonder if I still have that saved first one. Hold on. I think I did. Oh, I'm trying to see if I still have. I should have it, right? Oh yeah, here we go. Cool. I kind of want to see something here. I like just for fun to see how different they are. Do this. Open in browser. There we go. All right, this is our first mock draft. So we went so for the top 10 we went Williams, Daniels, Harrison, Odunze, Alt, May, Fashanu, Nabbers, Verse, and Fauga. What's interesting about this is let's go take a peek at the top 10 and see how things may have. The interesting thing is the Bears still get Verse and Caleb Williams, but the Commanders kept Jaden Daniels, and then a bunch of shit changed. So the Patriots wind up taking Drake May, and the Cardinals get Marvin Harrison. The Vikings trade into our top 10 and get J.J. McCarthy. So that sends Malik Nabers to the Giants. In ours, they got Drake May. Joe Alt went to the Titans. Fashanu went to the Titans in this one. Dallas Turner went to the Falcons. Nabers went to the Falcons. And then Verse, we actually traded the Bears out to 13, and they still got Verse. But Michael Penix went there instead of Byron Murphy. So that's kind of cool, just to kind of see the changes. And then Fashanu to the Jets. We had Fauga, so Jets still go tackle. So the Vikings don't get Bo Nix. They get J.J. McCarthy in our redraft. And then Romo Dunze goes 11 to the Chargers, who traded with the Vikings. At 12, we had J.J. McCarthy going to the Broncos. They get Bo Nix instead. Again, Bears keep this guy. We had J.C. Latham go to the Saints. This time they get Fuaga, so they make out a little better. Terry and Arnold went to the Colts and ours. They went Quinion Mitchell, so we kind of kept with the corner theme. Jerzon Newton went to the Seahawks. This time they went with Jackson Powers Johnson. Quinion Mitchell to the Jags. Terry and Arnold to the Jags. So we're kind of like we're keeping on similar themes, I've noticed. Brock Bowers to the Bengals in both. Byron Murphy to the Rams. Nate Wiggins to the Rams. Jackson Powers Johnson went to the Steelers. This time they went with Troy Fautanu. Okay, interesting. Johnny Newton went to the. Did he change his name to Johnny from Jerzon? Hold on a minute. Why is it Johnny now? Is it just because it's easier to say? Jerzon's a cool ass name though. He wants to be called Johnny. Oh, okay. We had the Eagles take Nate Wiggins, and this time they didn't get Cooper DeJean. Dallas Turner. Oh, so instead of why the hell are the Texans there? Oh, okay, because the Texans traded the pick to the Vikings, and now the Chargers get a second first-round pick. So we have the Chargers taking Mims to play right tackle. We have Dallas Cowboys take Latham. They took Graham Barton in this redraft. In ours, they took Kool-Aid McKinstry. So Ven took Kool-Aid McKinstry, and this time Kenny took Cooper DeJean, both fixing up the secondary. Latu went to the Bucks. Brian Thomas Jr. went to the Bucks. Fatanu went to the Cardinals. Graham Barton went to the Cardinals this time. Brian Thomas Jr. went to the Bills. This time they get Keon Coleman, so we upgraded receivers. Latu went to the Lions last time. This time they get Chop Robinson. So we're staying. You see how we're kind of competing themes here. It seems like free agency solves some needs for some teams, but not all the teams for all the. Tyler Guyton went to the. This time they got Chop Robinson. Forgot they may need defense. Then we had Xavier Worthy. We had Jordan Morgan go to the 49ers, but they traded back with the Cardinals, so they pick 33 now. With the Panthers, and now the Panthers take Xavier Worthy, and we rounded out with Kingsley from BYU going 32. I want to take a snip tool. Yeah, we can trade out. Yeah, we can definitely do some more trade outs next time. Ah, damn it! I hate this fucking. I have to take a picture of this one. Save. 2020. 2024 Dream NFL Draft. Cool. Close. Cool. That was fun. Nice to see the stream nice and full again tonight. Kind of a rare occurrence. The only way it does is if we do very specific things. How's everybody been? Hopefully you guys have been good. I've been very excited about this stream all day. I appreciate you guys for making it a fun stream. I was like, man, I hope people actually show up. I just had conflicting lives. I feel you. No, I understand. No, and like I understand. Like it's a weird time of year when like the NFL's super slow, baseball isn't going, basketball is in like full swing. So no, I totally understand. It's nice when you guys show up to like the bigger, like the small streams. I don't really, it's whatever. Ultimately, but the bigger streams, like the more event style streams, I do hope people show up to, like this one, because again, these are pretty involved streams. Just hearing me talk about off-season football is probably boring as fuck, to be honest. So I do get it to some extent. But, people don't really miss when we have big events going on, so. Pretty nice. Have over 100 views on the VOD even. That's a pretty rare thing around here these days. Yeah, this mock feels pretty good. The trades were a little plentiful, but they don't feel crazy. This feels like a very like the only thing that feels crazy is like Brock Bowers falling so low, but it doesn't seem that bad. And Penix and Knicks, but again, the Raiders and the Broncos want these they're in on these guys, so it's. Can you imagine if we actually did that shit? How crazy that would be! I'd be like, damn, dude. And the only thing is though, if they want Xavier Worthy or Donnie Mitchell and they're available at like 30 or 30, if you can get past the Ravens not taking a receiver and the 49ers not, if like Panthers may not trade up at all. Because again, they could just sit at 33 and take a Donnie Mitchell potentially. A couple reaches, Kenny. Like I don't know, it's not bad though. Yeah, I do. I do agree. There's a lot of extra picks in this draft, so guys are probably going to be moving around quite a bit. Delete that. I'm just going to post something in my Discord. Yeah, I like this draft overall. What it does illustrate is this is a very offensive heavy draft. And a lot of the good defensive talent's going to be available in like the second round of the draft. My side is so itchy. I think that's about it. I don't really have too much else to talk about. I don't want to hold you guys too long here. Because it is Monday night or Sunday evening. Receiver, corner, offensive tackle, all strong and fairly deep. Edges, if too deep, if not the strongest. Yeah, it's a very deep class. Except for like tackle, like you said, DT, safety's pretty low. Running back's low this year. Linebacker feels a little weak. But outside of that, it feels like a very strong class. Yeah, I know. Lions fan. I'm doing the Tigers tomorrow, I believe. Let me double check. I know some people are on spring break, so this week, like tomorrow. Oh fuck! Of course they're off, dude. Fuck. Oh, they play at 12:30 though on Tuesday. I think I could actually cover that game. And Thursday's obviously opening day. So there's only one more. Okay, I'll cover the spring training finale, and then obviously, then that's about it. Hopefully, I can get someone to cover my fucking shift. I'm gonna look at that real quick. See if that got. Not that it's a big deal right now, but I'm hoping it did. It's okay. QB is weird because I really like a few of the guys later, and I don't. Yeah, Dana, I'm in a weird thing where I like the way I've evaluated like the quarterbacks this year. It feels like Caleb's way out in front of the other guys, and then it's like you have this like other group of quarterbacks where it's like May and Daniels kind of lead it, but then it's like I don't really see a sizable gap between May and maybe like down to Spencer Rattler. Like I genuinely, I'm like the gap is not that sizable. These are all very decent quarterbacks. Like in the way I look at it, right? Like I like the gap between Drake May and Caleb Williams is more sizable than the gap between Drake May and Spencer Rattler. I think personally, I think it's like this big compared to like this big. Like again, I could be dead wrong, but it's who the fuck am I, you know? But again, these are all like really good quarterbacks. Like I do think they're all these are like the NFL needs this draft class of quarterbacks because I think this is like a replenishing class. Like I think we're seeing some pretty solid starting talent enter the league to replace like your Jimmy G's and those kind of fucking guys, Tyrod Taylors, Geno Smith types. Not bad QBs, just I think a bunch of serviceable starters just are entering the NFL. Like a whole, this class is going to be very good compared to what we've seen in years past. I think last year was a somewhat decent QB class, and that was needed. I think this one's a little bit better, but again, Stroud being like who he was is Yeah, no, not in this class at all. I see there's could be some really solid backups or some pretty good little starters for a while. Yeah, I agreed on that. I think there's also going to be a surprise quarterback in this class. Again, I wouldn't rule out Spencer Rattler. Again, I know he had that fall off from where he once was, but like, boy, oh boy, is he a lot better at football than I thought he was. He throws a lot of picks, but he also plays probably in the most NFL styled offense where he was playing college. So it's kind of got this interesting like thing to it, right? But all right, it's 11:30. I've been alive for almost 2 hours, so I'm gonna get out of here. I'm very sleepy. Probably gonna go to bed soon in like an hour or so. But yeah. That was a good stream, everybody. I appreciate you guys. Hopefully, you guys have a good night. Again, we'll be live again tomorrow evening because there's no Tigers apparently. Probably gonna play the show. That'll be pretty fun. Play some baseball. You guys can watch me mauled and get angry about baseball games, which is hilarious. Have a good night, everyone. Yeah, thank you for the discussion. It was good times. And then Tuesday we'll cover the Tigers. Hold on, I gotta make sure. I gotta see what time I fucking. Yeah, I can cover the Tigers on Tuesday, which will be good. And then maybe not a stream on Tuesday night. I might take that night off. Then Wednesday we'll have the day off on Wednesday. Maybe I might have to do some work on that. Not too sure what's up with Wednesday. I'll figure it out. And then hopefully Thursday I have the day off and it's opening day. So, all right. Appreciate you guys. Have a great night. Again, fun stream. Appreciate y'all. Stay safe out there. Stay warm. And as always, go Lions, go Tigers. And of course, it's always go Patriots. NFL draft is about a month away. Ooh. I think it's like literally a month away because, April 25th or whatever. Woo. All right. Peace out, everybody.